I am a RV technician and I go undercover to dealerships to review RVs for quality. Folks, this RV looks really great on the surface, but there's one really important defect on this RV that applies to many other RVs you'll want to know about if you're seriously shopping to buy. We're going to be looking at a 2022 Cruiser Radiance R-30DS travel trailer. So first, let's take a look at the type of water heater that this RV has. This has a modern style Dometic brand tank type water heater. Tank type water heaters are best if you plan to boondock because it allows you to conserve water, unlike most tankless water heaters. If you want to know more about what's going to be a good appliance for you in your camping style, go check out my free quiz on my website. My particular complaint about these Dometics is I've had a lot of service calls where people call me up in a panic because, oh my gosh, my water heater doesn't work at all on gas or electric. There's a dumb manufacturing design. If the wind blows the wrong way, it makes a little piece called a thermal link go bad. It's easy to fix, but annoying as heck. Because of this dumb design, I give this water heater 6 out of 10 points. Membrane type roofs like this RV has can last a very long time if they're properly cared for. One of the downsides is you really have to watch out for manufacturing defects because a bubble in the roof can cause the whole roof to rip off while you're driving down the highway. This is something that is covered in my free Don't Buy a Lemon guide, which you can download on my website. If you're buying an RV, new or used, I really recommend having it inspected because a professional inspector will climb up on the roof and look for manufacturing defects like roof bubbles. Unfortunately, one of my consulting clients sent me an inspection report where the inspector had accidentally photographed and failed to comment on bubbles in the roof. This is why I've created an inspection network of inspectors that I have vetted and trust. You can find one of my inspectors at rigorrvinspection.com. Overall, I give this type of roof 10 out of 10 points. Next, let's talk about the refrigerator. And I always hate to see Everchill refrigerators. These 12-volt refrigerators are just notorious for having control computers go bad in them. They're terribly expensive, like $1,500. There's been cases where I couldn't get parts for Everchill refrigerators, so we had to replace the entire thing outside of warranty. 6 out of 10 points. The cabinet face frames are the typical vinyl wrapped lumber core. I give this 8 out of 10 points. It's better than solid MDF, but there is a small layer of MDF inside the lumber core, which can still swell and make the plastic wrap on it burst. For the countertops, I was actually really happy to see solid surface counters in the kitchen. These are what I consider the highest quality. Unfortunately, when you move into the bathroom, they move to what I consider the worst quality, like worse than thermofoil. This is a particle board with laminate and a rubber edge. The problem is water can get right past that rubber edge and cause the particle board to unparticle or reparticle. It falls apart. Overall, I give the countertops in this RV 5 out of 10 points. Let's talk about the slide outs next. I actually really like the slide out choice on this RV. Through frame electric actuated slide outs, in my experience, are the most reliable type of slide system. 10 out of 10 points on the slides. Next, let's talk about the air conditioners on this RV. They have a Furrion brand air conditioner. Now, here's the weird thing. I actually don't think that the air conditioner itself is problematic. Unfortunately, the engineers did something kind of stupid where they put the temperature sensor for the air conditioner inside the air conditioner instead of in the wall thermostat. This causes problems in many situations for RVers, both when you're using the air conditioner and if you're using the furnace. The furnace is actually controlled by that same temperature sensor. And if all the heat is going up to the ceiling, it actually causes the furnace to cut off prematurely. It's really a stupid design. On this 2022 manufacturer, Furrion AC system, the thermostat, unfortunately, has the old style of temperature sensor up in the ceiling. If you're trying to tell the difference between the old style thermostat and the new ones that they've fixed this problem with, you want to look at the thermostat on the wall and see if it has a little dot on the bottom. So I'm going to give this 6 out of 10 points. The fix, in case you have one of these, is actually to get a new style control computer that goes in the ceiling with the air conditioner and wall thermostat. that's compatible with it with the new temperature sensor location, and to replace your control system, because the upper air conditioner unit isn't actually the problem. The frame and suspension are not inherently problematic, but nothing to speak glowing things about. It's just a basic Lippert frame with basic leaf spring suspension. I didn't see any problems on the frames or outriggers, like there's nothing damaged or manufactured incorrectly, so I give this frame 10 out of 10 points. That said, if you're the kind of camper who's going to be putting many thousands of miles on your RV, you benefit from adding a reinforcing bar from MoreRide called their X Factor brace. This helps to prevent the leaf spring attachment points from flexing back and forth, which can cause damage with a lot of travel. One thing I want to note is that when you get to very large travel trailers like this, it really matters what truck you're towing with. You can't, unfortunately, trust the towing charts that the big automakers give you because they're making some assumptions that just aren't the real world. They're assuming that you have a 150-pound driver and maybe a 150-pound passenger and no other cargo in your truck. Well, when you actually put your family in the truck, that reduces the towing capacity of the truck. To account for all these real-world factors and help people choose a truck that is appropriate for pulling a larger RV like this, I've created an RV safe towing course, which you can check out on my website. And the plumbing. So why would I be grading an RV on plumbing? Aren't they all plumbed correctly? A lot of RVs are plumbed in such a way that creates water leaks. I'll link to a video playlist at the end of this that explains the problem in detail. What I saw in this RV is many bad plumbing connections. Like, they don't have to do it this way. They just choose to do it because it's cheap and quick and easy. That's why I give the plumbing on this RV 0 out of 10 points. Fit and finish wise, this RV actually looked really good. Fit and finish is really the most subjective category in my grading system. And if you buy my RV shopping course and you use the app to grade an RV like I've done today, you'll get to rate each particular RV you're looking at on fit and finish. Some RV manufacturers hardly ever have any issues. Some look like they're just falling apart on the showroom floor. If you get my shopping course and you're looking at the database, keep in mind the score can fluctuate up and down 10 points because of fit and finish issues. And so if you see one that is low on the fit and finish score, a different unit might actually score higher and be fine. So the total score I'm giving this RV is 71 points. Now, unfortunately, because of the plumbing issue, I actually give an automatic F grade to any RV that is plumbed incorrectly, because manufacturers need to stop it. The next question people ask when I do consulting is like, well, how hard is it going to be to replumb? This one, unfortunately, has plumbing right behind the toilet. It goes straight down into the underbelly. That means the only way to properly fix the bad plumbing situation on this is going to be to rip out the entire underbelly of the RV to access the plumbing. If I was advising a consulting client on this, I would say don't take it unless you get a really substantial discount. My final thoughts on this RV is I think because of the plumbing issue and the HVAC issue, you would be better off finding a similar type of bunkhouse style RV that doesn't have those issues. These are going to be expensive to solve. Click here if you want to watch me go undercover to review more travel trailer RVs, or click here for a playlist that explains the plumbing problem in detail.